Hello and welcome to another commentary, gameplay stream here on my channel. So today we are taking a look at the top 32 of the Ludofest, a big, I think almost 270 people player tournament that happened in France this weekend. So the tournament was run yesterday, but I will now take a look at the games. We'll increase the speed by 1.5 and provide you a English commentary. So if you enjoyed this, I would really appreciate if you would leave a follow on my Twitch channel, check out my YouTube channel, subscribe to it, share it with your friends. I'm really appreciating every support I can get, and if you have a Twitch Prime sub, I would also appreciate if you could leave this on my Twitch channel there. But with that said, I would say we jump right into the top 32 match. So we got Engl here on the left with a Emerald Steel version up against Turvy here on the right with a Ruby Amethyst build. So I'm pretty excited to see this one out. Players are now in the mulligan step, so I will just quickly jump a little bit in front. And I think now, we are ready. So there we see the fist bump, and looks like Engl goes first, inks the Captain Hook here, new set 8 card. And has no turn 1 play, so passing it over to Turvy, which is inking the Magic Broom, plays down the Journal Box follower, and passing it back over. Captain Hook being inked, and his Smee comes down here. So let's see. 2 1-drops here, a half Shark Maui goes to the ink. And he's not questing here, just passing it over. And now we see a Ursula being inked, and a Diablo comes down. Back over to Turvy. Which is now going to quest with the Journal Box follower and also going to banish them in order to draw a card. Is now questing with the Magic Broom, so already up at 2 lore here. Is also questing with the Journal Box follower, banishing them as well. Drawing another card. And is then inking the Queen of Hearts, plays down the Peter Pan, and also banishing the Magic Broom. So he gained 3 lore out of his 1-drops and also drew 3 cards there. And there we see Engl plays another Diablo, sinks a Strength of Raging Fire onto the Peter Pan, taking this off the field, and Mr. Smee is then questing for 2 lore here. So now the field is clear, and Peter Pan is usually a pretty important piece in order to deal with those Diablos. But first of all, Turvy is inking a 1-cost Diablo, plays another Chernobog down, and also the Crab, but can't attack here into anything because everything got evasive here, right? And now we see a Beast coming down after a Ursula being inked. Both Diablos go on a quest, as well as the Smee. So he is going up to 6 lore already. Back over to our Ruby Amethyst player on right. 4 ink to work with. And yeah, is playing down the Genie here. Just drawing at a card. And yeah, we just saw how big this Strength of Raging Fire really was, right? I mean, if there wouldn't be a Strength of Raging Fire, Jervy would be able to, yeah, deal with those Diablos. Because Peter Pan also gives your characters rush, your evasive characters, right? So Genie could come in and immediately clear one of those Diablo here. But yeah, that is no longer. So now Ballas is drawing 2 cards here at the start of his turn because of the Beast. Also drawing cards with the Diablo while they're exerted, so he is really packed with a bunch of cards here in hand. So let's see, he's starting to quest here with Diablos, going up to 8 lore. Exerting 1 to play a Captain Hook here, 1 drop. Which got Challenger +2. 1/2 stat line, plays another Diablo down. Is then singing a Zeus onto the Genie with the Beast, taking this off the field. Can also ink for the turn. I think that's what he should do, no? Interesting, now he's drawing 2 cards. And back over to Jervy here on the other side. So let's see what he is able to cook here. Starting with a Madame Medusa, getting rid of one of those Diablos. At least, right? So let's see. Let me quickly go a little bit here back. Okay, back over to Ballas now. So he is sitting at 5 ink. And also got another draw here of the Beast. Sinks a, and then Long Came Zeus onto the Mother Medusa, taking this off the board. Is now shifting the Captain Hook here. Questing with all characters. Goes up to 12 lower. Also inking a John Silver and plays down a Pete, so no actions for Turvy. So this means no be prepared for next turn. So the Pete, yeah, really comes clutch here in this spot. So let me get the translation for the shift. Captain Hook here. It's a 5 cost, 4/5 stat line. Shift 3, once during your turn, whenever an opposing character is damaged, your pirate characters get +2 strength and gain resist +2 this turn. So pretty great stat. 4/5 quest for 2, and it is a shift 3 card. So let's see. Now we see, yeah, Turvy is playing a Madame Fox here, taking back the grab, takes out the Beast. I think he forgot to quest with the Merlin grab. Not quite sure if this does matter here. No, just another grab comes down and he's passing it over. There we see another Pete here, shifted onto the already established Pete. And is then questing with the rest to 4 ink gained inks another Captain Hook and plays another Pete down, and I think there we see the concession from Turvy. Nothing he can do. So a quick game 1 victory here for Elbelis, our Emerald Steel player. So let me also get the translation for the Pete. So the Pete was a 6 cost, 5/5 statted, shift 4 character, quest for 2. It has the effect while this character is exerted, opposing characters can't exert to sing songs, and your pirate characters gain resist +1. So pretty strong, beefy character. And yeah, that will wrap up this match here. So I would say we go straight into the second game. Okay, so here we are. So Turvy started off here with the magic room. And we see a Captain Hook here from Elbelis' side. So important to note, I mean now, since we are in the top cut, this is now best of 3 format, right? Compared to the Swiss rounds where it was best of 2. Here we see a Queen of Hearts being inked. Diablo being played after a quest with the magic broom to cycle it out and draws another card. Back over to Elbelis, which inks a strength and plays the morph down as his 2 drop of choice. Not questing here with the Robin Hood. I mean, there could be a Mother Mim Fox coming into play, right? So here we see Pirate's Life being inked for Turvy on the right. Maybe a Peter Pan turn. No, plays down the Merlin Crab here. Back over to Elbelis. So he's playing the Strength Raging Fire into his ink, shifting the morph onto the beast. So this is now another way to draw some cards here for Elbelis. And Turvy just plays down the genie and is drawing another card. It's not a question. Yeah, he's questing with the Diablo. Not doing anything here with the crab, and back over to Elbelis, which is starting his turn by drawing 2 cards because the beast is undamaged at the start of his turn. Inks the big shift Pete, plays the small Pete down, so no actions for Turvy next turn, and passing it over. I mean, right now he got the beast online, right? And this means he's able to draw a card each and every turn and outdraw kind of your opponent. So here we see Turvy is playing down another Genie, quests here with Diablo and Genie, inks another Queen of Hearts. So already up at 5 lower. Back to Elbelis. Inks the Pete, plays another beast down. And now we see the Captain Hook knocking out the Diablo, challenging it. Pete sings Strength Raging Fire. 4 characters in play, so this means 4 damage dealt to one of those Genies. So he pretty much cleared a little bit of the board from Turvy and established another beast. So this means he can now draw 3 cards at the start of his turn, which is pretty huge, right? So let's see. There we see Mother Medusa getting rid of the shifted beast. Quests with the Merlin. No, Merlin Crab takes down the Captain Hook, and the Genie goes on a quest, bringing Turvy up to 7 lore here. Now we see a Strength Raging. Oh, let us downrange onto the Merlin Crab. 2 damage, another card draw. Mr. Smee hitting the Inkwell. And the Ursula is coming down here. So back over to our Ruby Amethyst player. I mean, now there could be a Be Prepared turn if he wants to, right? He could ink, play Be Prepared, quest for everything, goes up to 10 lore. And get rid of all opposing threats there. The question is, do you want this already? Starting off here with the Elsa. Setting the Ursula. Madame Medusa takes care of the Ursula. 2 damage dealt here. Genies goes on a quest. 9 lower. And then we see the pass over. 2 cards drawn of the beast effect. And now he is at 6 lower. Starting off by singing a little storage onto the Mother Medusa. Drawing card, exerting the Pete. Plays a 1-cost Diablo. Taking a look at Turfy's hand, and there's another Mother Medusa, a crab, and also a Be Prepared. So he knows that there is to be prepared in his hand. Could maybe play Ursula down if he plays this, right? Plays a Captain Hook here for 5. And probably just passing it over here, right? Yeah. I mean, now there could be a Be Prepared turn here. Could quest out, wipe out all characters here off board, right? But starting off by sing a Friends on the other side here with the Elsa, refilling up his hand. Great card to use for free. He's now questing with the Genie, and now we probably see the Be Prepared. No, okay, he opting to play the Mother Medusa here. Getting rid of the Beast. So this means no additional card draw here for Elbelis the next turn. And also play down another Diablo here for 1. I don't mind that. I think this is the better way probably, right? Because if you prepared, you wiping off also your side of the board, and I mean right now you have the lead. You have the lower lead, you have the board lead probably. So I think it's not worth it to play the Be Prepared button already. So let's see what Elbelis is doing here. Thinking about his options. Starting off here with, let me quickly check, with Lewis, which is a new set 8 card. So Lewis is a 3-cost 4/3 stat line. This character enters play exerted. When you play this character, chosen opposing character gains Reckless during their next turn. They can quest and must challenge if able. So probably use this onto the Genie. And also played a Pete down, so this means no actions here for our Ruby MFS player this turn. But he's starting off here with the Crab. Onto the Diablo. This one is challenging into Lewis. Taking this off the field and also drawing him another card. He's now questing with the Elsa. And not doing anything here with the other characters. Just chilling here, and now we see another Captain Hook here being played down. Mr. Smee enters the Engl. So now it will be interesting to see. He's questing here with Captain Hook, 2 Pete's going up to 4 lower. Could also quest with the Diablo, but does not do so. So Diablo remains active. Back over to Ruby MFS player. So now is the question. I think now there could be a Be Prepared turn, right? You could quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, going up to 17 lower. Play Be Prepared and wipe off all characters here. I think there's only 1 card in hand for Elbelis. So probably not the worst option here. I mean, now he is challenging with the Crab into the Mother Medusa. Gives the challenger +3 onto the Medusa. This one is clearing the Captain Hook. He's then questing with the Genie and the Elsa. Going up to 15 lower, and then plays down the Half Shark Maui. I mean, I don't mind that, but here we see Captain Hook sinks his Zeus onto the Half Shark Maui quest here with the Diablo and DP it, and then plays a Clarabelle to refill up his hand by 3 cards. At the end of the turn, you are able to draw as many cards as your opponent has in hand. So here we see a quest with Genie and Elsa and Iago together with Journal Box Follower hitting the field. And to pass over to Elbelis. Sinks a Lattice Damage on, but looks like that's it. Not enough power in hand to get rid of the board here. And yeah, Turvey takes the win here in the second game. So we are going to a third game. So I will quickly jump a little bit into the front. Okay, there we see the Diablo. We don't talk about Bruno being inked Diablo, so now we get to see what Turvey is playing. So looks like a good start, no one drop, but I mean there are some options for the mid game at least. Important to note is the Peter Pan, right? It's a great answer against the Diablo. So here we see Mr. Smee hitting the field, also shifting the Diablo here with discarding the and then Long Game Zeus, also inking the Namari here. New set 8 legendary steel card, pretty strong steel card. I think she gains 1 strength for every card in your discard pile. So at the end could come, pretty strong character. And when you play this character and at the start of your turn, you may draw a card and then choose and discard a card. So yeah, pretty strong effect overall. And now we see Tirbu here playing down the Queen of Hearts. Back over to Elbelis, which is now inking a Pete, plays down a Morph. Quest with Diablo here goes up to 2 lore. And not doing anything here with the Smee. I mean, he could have quested with the Smee, right? But now we see Diablo here getting rid of the Diablo. At least he was able to draw 2 cards out of the Diablo because he started the game here, right? And now we see another Ursula being inked. The Shift Beast comes into play here. Back over to Tirbu. I think he has a much better start in this game than the first game, so it'll be pretty interesting to see how he's handling this, right? Sinks friends on the other side here with the Peter Pan. Drawing 2 more cards. Maybe we see a Genie this turn, inks a Merlin Crab, plays down the Genie, so draws another card here. And is the question? No, just passing it over. I mean, the question is, you could also try to just quest with the Queen of Hearts, right? I mean, no character immediately threatens her, and if you damage her, she will get another +3 strength, so you usually don't want to do this. But now we see Captain Hook here being inked by Elbelis, another Diablo. Enters the field, and there's only 2 cards left in his hand. Another Captain Hook and a Lattice Stormrage on. So usually not the greatest cards in hand here. And right now Tirbu has a lot of cards to work with. He's just singing another Friends with the Peter Pan here. Inks a Magic Broom, so 5 ink. Plays the Elsa, exerting the Diablo, taking care of the Diablo with the Elsa. And now we see a quest with the Genie. And honestly, I would like to see also the Queen of Hearts go on a quest here. I mean, there's not many threats that can deal with her, so yeah, I really like this. Goes on a quest here with the Queen of Hearts. Back over to Elbelis. He is playing down a Captain Hook, big one. is now singing a Strength Raging Fire, dealing 3 damage onto the Elsa. And now we see the Mr. Smee here taking care of the Queen of Hearts because Captain Hook was triggered, right? This means +2 strength and also resist +2, so no damage dealt here in this challenge. And also at the end of the turn, no damage dealt because the Mr. Smee got the resist. Great interaction here. But now let's see what does Tirbo do. So he's starting off with a Genie. Draws another card. Eng's Magic Broom. Quests with both characters. Goes up to, I think, 6 lore already. And passing it over. And now could definitely be the case that we see those evasive characters bring the victory for Tirbo. But now we see a little damage onto Peter Pan. Diablo hitting the field. Taking a look at all cards here in hand for Tirbo. There is a Finders Keepers, a library, 2 Crabs, Jargo, and also Mother Medusa. So probably next time we see the Mother Medusa getting rid of the beast, targeting down the draw engine. And here we see both Captain Hook and Mr. Smee go on a challenge, on a quest. He inks another Captain Hook and is not doing anything here with the beast. Interesting. I think I also liked a quest here with the beast. Just getting some little value out of the character because I think now it will be, yeah, banished. There we see Mother Medusa taking care of the beast. He's then questing with both genies, going up to 10 lore. He can also ink for the turn if he wants to. Inks the library, interesting. Would really like to see the library hitting the field maybe next turn. And now we see Big Pete here come into play for Albelis. Quest with both Mr. Smee and Captain Hook. And now we probably don't see... I think now we should see a damage here, right? Onto the Mr. Smee. Because there was no challenge. Yeah, so I think the Mr. Smee should get damaged here because there was no opposing character that was damaged, so no Captain Hook trigger, and also the Pete only triggers when he is exerted. So I think there should be 1 damage counter onto the Mr. Smee. But now Tirbo is using this turn here to play a Finders Keepers, drawing 3 more cards. Is now able to quest for 5. Inks another Magic Room, plays the Merlin Crab. And now we see Mother Medusa taking care of the Captain Hook. Both genies go on a quest here, bringing Tirbo's lore count up to 14. And now we see a John Silver targeting one of those genies, so he gains Reckless. He's now questing with the Pete, Diablo, and Mr. Smee. He's now at 15 lower, and now let's see. Because now I think we need to be prepared, right? Or some way of, yeah, clearing the board here. So now the Pete is exerted, right? And now the characters of Tirbo can sing. And the Pirate's character gains resist +1. So Mr. Smee got resist +1. So he needs to deal 4 damage in order to take it down. So let's see, do we have AP prepared here? So he's starting by playing another crab onto his crab and now attacks into the Pete. Getting rid of this, right? 6 damage dealt to it. He got 5 willpower and also resist +1. And Because the grab is gone, the genie got another challenger +3. Cleared the Mr. Smee here. For his remaining 6 ink, he plays another Half-Shark Maui and quests with the other genie. So now Albedes only can quest for 3, going up to 18 lower. And then Tirbo could win the next turn. And I think, yeah, that's the game. So now we see a concession here. This means Tirbo wins the game 2-1, advancing to the top 16 in this tournament. So yeah, well played here by both players, and yeah, it was a pretty good match we saw here. So I would say we go on to our next match. Okay, so now we are here in the top 16. We have Kyo on the left up against Sue with the Ruby Sapphire deck, up against a Emerald Amethyst version. So now we see Pirate's Life being inked, Popsicle hitting the play here. And now back over to him. So he's shifting the Diablo here, discarding a Pull the Lever, as singing a Friends from the other side. With Diablo inks a Ursula to play a Ursula. So taking a look at the hand here, there is a How Far I Go being discarded. We do see some ramp, also some Half-Shark Mauis, so he's playing the DKP version of Ruby Sapphire. So using the Sail the Ezreal Sea here, inks the Maui, inks also the Popsicle, and passing it over here. So now we see the Sudden Chill being inked. Another Diablo here hitting the field. And now we are questing, or Kyo is questing with Diablo and Ursula, going up to 2 lower. And yeah, back over. Our Ruby Sapphire player. So he is playing a Develop Your Brain and also a Sail the Ezreal Sea here. Is now inking 2 Vision of the Future and also playing a Tipo down to ramp another card into his inkwell. So already at 6 ink here, but this was also costly, right? Because now he is sitting at 2 cards in hand, and I think Kyo could take advantage here and discarding his whole hand, right? I mean, he only needs a Sudden Chill and a Pull the Lever in order to discard it, right? So let's see, here we see the Pull the Lever. A big Sisu is being discarded by Sue. Inks the Jago to play down a 1-cost Diablo. Is now questing here with everything for 3 lower, and now passing it over, drawing 2 cards of the Diablo. Sorry. And now we see Sue playing down the big Half-Shark Maui, also inking his last remaining card, right? And back over to Kyo. So he's starting off by singing a Friends from the other side here with the Diablo. He's then playing a wrong lever here, right? Putting the pull lever to the bottom of the deck to bottom deck the big half shark Maui. Inks another Merlin Crab here. Plays down 1-cost Diablo. And is now questing here with Diablo, and Ursula. 3 more lore gained. And now Thu is in top deck mode. Got how far I go, so another way to ramp, right? Got another card to work with. Also inks the Popsicle here. And is now KOing the Diablo here with the Tipo. Interesting that he didn't play the Popsicle here to draw another card, right? But let's see. Kyo is now completely here in control. Look at those cards in hand, right? I think he is in full, control here. He's playing a Quickie down just to have another 3 quester on board. Probably using this turn to ink another card. Inks the Sudden Chill, interesting. And probably now we'll just see a quest here with both Diablos, Ursula and Diablo here for 4. Goes up to 12. And yeah, passing it over here to our Ruby Sapphire player. Don't think there's much he can do. Banishes another Diablo, plays a Magdark Manor, and that's it. And now we see 6 lore on board, so he can go up to 18 lore, putting him on a 1-turn clock. I think this game is pretty much wrapped up. Plays to pull the lever to draw 2 cards. Inks a 1-cost Diablo. And is now questing here with the Quickie. And I think you just quest with all. Okay, now it looks like he's damaging the Magdark Manor. Interesting. And also Ursula dealing 1 damage here onto the Magdark Manor. The Diablo comes down. Now he's passing over. Draws 2 cards off the Diablo. 2 lore gained here for our Ruby Sapphire player, but with only 1 card in hand, don't see it here. Okay, and there we see the concession. So Kyo wins game number 1 here in this top 16 match. So let's quickly go into the second game. Okay, so here we are. Vision of the Future, being inked to develop your brain to start off the game. Great opening card to help you find ramp for turn 2. Kyo is opening with the Jago into the inkwell with Diablo. And here we see a Tipo being inked for a Sail the Ezreal Sea, so able to draw another card and ink twice this turn. Inks a Goofy here. And could play down a Popsicle if he wants to, right? But decides against it. Another Jago hitting the field. Diablo will be shifted by discarding the We Don't Talk About Bruno. Now he's singing a Friends from the other side to refill his hand and draw 2. Plays the Diablo down, passing it over. Starting to ink the Popsicle and place down the Crematala here. And I think this was a Maui or half shark Maui. Decides for the half shark Maui. And now we see another Friends Sang here by Diablo. Shifts another Diablo here on top by discarding the Pull the Lever. So now 2 Diablos in play, which means 2 cards whenever your opponent is drawing a card. And now he's drawing another 2 cards here with the Pull the Lever. And now end of turn and the start of our Ruby Sapphire player's turn. He's drawing a card and this means both Diablo trigger, which means another 2 cards added to Kyo's hand. And look at this, he got now 2, 4, 6, 8 cards in hand. And he's inking the half shark Maui, something you definitely don't want to ink, but sometimes it's the only option, right? Plays a Tipo down, inks another card. So he is already at 6 ink, right? 3 cards in play. And also questing here with the Crematala. Back over to Kyo, which is now playing Ursula. Getting rid of the Be Prepared here in Sue's hand. Kind of had a feeling, and we see Diablo singing Sudden Chill, discarding the Director Commander. Okay, so now I'm back. So yeah, all cards have been probably discarded here, right? Just another how far I go played, right? Magtech Manor entered the play here. And yeah, I think similar to last game, Q is in good control here of the game. Inks another Ursula. Plays another Diablo down, and I think he's just, yeah, trying to get rid of all cards that Sue is playing here. And he's just inking the Salia SLC, not even bothering playing it. And I'm not quite sure if this is correct play. I think I would have, yeah, played the Salia SLC here in order to, yeah, just draw another card, maybe another out. But he decided against it. But let's see, now we see Diablo here taking care of the Tipo. The Murderman Fox probably kills the, yeah, the Crematala. Everything else goes on a quest. And yeah, doesn't look too good for our Ruby Sapphire player. Another card draw here for Q, and he got now, yeah, another Genie in play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lore already in power, in play. With the Genie, he's questing for 7. Yeah, he's just drawing cards left and right. And now questing here with everything. Draws another 2 cards here. And here we see Sue playing a Vision of the Future. Just hoping to find maybe a Be Prepared. But I think How far I go is probably the best option he can hope for, I guess, here. Just maybe another ink. Another card to work with. No, he decided to play the Pirate's Life, so +2 lower, -2 lower. And back over to Kyo, which is now playing another pull the lever, drawing 2 cards. So he got really a lot of cards here. Plays a crab, plays a Diablo. Questing with his board 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lower, going up to 14 lower. And yeah, I think this one is pretty much sealed up. He's drawing card, and the only card that can help him would be prepared. But yeah, that's it. So Q takes a quick 2-0 victory here up against Ruby Sapphire. And yeah, moving to top 8 here. So I would say we jump right into the next game. Okay, so I think here the Soul SD is a player we also saw on feature yesterday already. So I will just quickly go to the start here of this round. Okay, so here we are in the top 8 of this tournament. And we have, I think, a player on the left. I think it's Michael up against Soul SD. Both players we have seen yesterday already. If you have missed those Swiss rounds, please feel free to check them out on my YouTube channel. On the live stream section, there is a, I think, 4-hour commentary of all Swiss rounds of this Ludofest tournament that happened, yeah, I think on Saturday. So there you can easily rewatch everything that went down in the Swiss rounds. There have been some great matches and some great utility with the new set 8 cards, definitely. And yeah, Michael on the left is on Amethyst Steel, while Sol is on a purple variant here. Interesting that he's also playing the Royal Guards here, another new set 8 card, right? Whenever you draw a card, he will get Challenger +1. And now taking the challenge here onto the Diablo, while also playing the Sadie Ezreal C here to draw another card and also ramp. Now we see the Merlin Goat being inked here. Is questing with the Mr. Smee, plays down the Madame Fox to bounce back the Mr. Smee, and is not challenging here into the Royal Guard. Interesting. Could take the challenge here, but decides against it. Now we see a bell being inked that Genie is hitting the turn here, turn earlier, right? Because he was able to ramp with the Sadie SVC. And now is the question, do you quest here with the Royal Guards or just pass it over? Okay, he's questing with both Royal Guards and now passing it over here. So back over to Michael's side. Looks like he's singing a Friends from the other side here with the Madame Fox. Filling up his hand a little bit. Inks and Mr. Smee plays a Helga Sinclair together with a Calhoun. To have a little bit more board present Presence up, right? Back over to our purple player here. Starts to sing a friends from the other side here with the Genie. Inks the Sail the SRC here to play down the Elsa. So can now exert something, right? I think the Royal Guards should have now the draw for the turn, play the friends, so they should have now Challenger +3. So now the Royal Guard takes it down, right? And the other Royal Guard takes down the Madame Fox. So I really like those Royal Guards. If you play Friends or Sail, you can buff them up really great. So now back over to our Amethyst Steel player. Plays a Genie, draws another card here. Calhoun is now taking out the Royal Guards, gaining him another 2 lore. Is inking the Giant Cobra and then passing it back to Soul SD on the right, which is now singing another Friends here with the Genie. Interesting that he's not singing it with the Elsa, but this is because he plays another Elsa. Exert the Genie from Michael and then challenge into it with both Elsas, taking it down. Nice play here. Also inking a Merlin Crab here. So right now I would give the edge here over to our purple player, but let's see what Michael got in stock for us. Plays down a Jago here. For 4 of his ink. And then passing it back over to Soul SD. Now he's singing another Friends with the Elsa. Drawing another 2 cards. Six ink to work with, can also ink for turn. Inks a Merlin Crab. And then plays the Hades to get rid of the Jago there. Questing with the Elsa and the Genie. So going up to 5 lore here. And what can Michael do here? So he got a along came Zeus in his hand. Could get rid of the Genie if he wants to. But instead plays another Jago down. And is then passing it over. So now there is 6 lore on board. Starts with a Finders Keepers for 5 to draw 3 cards here. Inks a Tipo. So now questing with the Hades, so goes up to 7 lore. Plays the Madame Fox to bounce back the Hades, so has the Hades as an option for next turn. And interesting, he's not questing with the Elsa or the Genie, leaving them active. And now Michael plays another Genie to draw another card. Draws into the Magic Broom. This will probably be inked right away. Could also sing a, and then along came Zeus with the Iago to deal with the genie. That's what we see here. Mr. Smee enters the field, and then we just see another pass over. So what do we see here? Another Hades to make the Iago enter the Engl. Could now quest, but inks the bell first. Now questing with the Elsas here, going up to 9 lower and just passing it over. So here we see a Merlin Crab buffing the genie, taking care of one of those Elsas. Then we see a Strength of Raging Fire to deal with the other Elsa. Another Magic Broom comes down. Mr. Smee goes on a quest, bringing Michael up to 7 lower. Then he's passing it back to Saul SD here. So he's starting off here with a genie, drawing another card. Could take down the Mr. Smee here with the Hades. That's what we see here. For another 5, he is playing a bell. Interesting that he's going for the Magic Broom, right? And not the Crab. Because, yeah. Maybe he would have gone for the Crab here, but he definitely was targeting down the card draw. I think I also understand this, right? Both I think were viable options, but now we see a Crab play down, buffing the Calhoun, and Calhoun takes the challenge with the Hades. Also gaining Michael another 2 lore here. So now is the question, does he quest here with his genie or not? I think so, I would quest, yeah. That's what we see here. Another 2 lore gained, and then he's passing it back over to our purple player. He is starting off with a Popsicle to draw a card. Plays another genie for 4 to draw another card. Is then attacking here into the genie with his other genie that's already in play. The Popsicle heals 2 damage dealt in the challenge. He's now inking a Finder's Keepers and exerting 4 for a big Iago. And honestly, I would just quest here with Madame Fox and Bell, right? Just gain the lead and make your opponent attack into those characters. Yeah. That's what we see here. He's questing going up to 12 lore. I really like that. Giving the ball over to our MFSC player. So now 2 crabs in play. So what is the option? He could challenge into the Madame Fox, give challenger to the other crab to then take out the bell, or he could give challenger to the genie to take out the other genie with his genie, right? So Yeah. Not quite sure which cards he got in his hand. But he is playing down the Merlin Goat. And is now, yeah, attacking into the bell, right? With another crab that buffed his old crab. And then Genie and crab go on a quest here. So let's see. Back over to Saul here. He is questing here with both genies. Inks a big monster here. Is then taking a challenge with the Jago. Madame Fox takes out a crab. And another Tamatoa coming down. And I think now we just see the concession here by Michael. So Soul SD taking game number 1 here. In this top 8 match. So I will quickly go to the second game here. And here we are. So Michael starting off here with the Magic Broom. Is now inking Giant Cobra to play the Helga Sinclair down. And Soul on the other side plays down the Tipo to ramp here in his second turn. So now Michael is inking the library here. Okay, so he just played down a Giant Cobra, discarded the Magic Broom, and yeah, again too low here. And back over to Soul, which is playing the Scrooge McDuck here. On 4, 5, 5 still body, which quest for 2. And now we see another library here being inked. Genie hitting the field for Michael. And a pass over, not questing here with any of his characters. First building a big board. see a bell being inked. Elsa comes down. And Helga Sinclair will be exerted. So Scrooge McDuck can, yeah, banish this one. Not questing with the Tipo. Just, yeah, letting this one. Remains unchanged. So back to Michael. Which is now singing a friends with his genie. Now exerting 3 to play a Pete, so this means no actions for Soul SD the next turn, right? Inks a Magic Broom and plays the Madame Snake here to bounce back the genie back into his hand. I mean, interesting that he did not sing with the Giant Cobra, but yeah, let's see, back to our purple player here on right. Which already won game number 1 here. In this top 8 is a best of 3, so if he's winning this one, he will advance to top 4. If Michael is winning this one, we will see another game 3. So here we see Jago hitting the field, Elsa's going on a quest, and honestly, I would just quest here with Tipo and Scrooge McDuck, I guess, right? But no, he is just carefully with the characters he's exerting, just passing it back. Now we see another genie being played down. To draw another card. Got one ink left to work with. Can also ink for the turn if he wants to. Place a journal box follower. Then singing a Strength Raging Fire onto the Jago. Because of the vanish effect, if a song is targeting this character, he will be discarded immediately. Because otherwise the strength would only deal 5 damage to it. Now we see Crab here being inked. Elsa exerting the genie, both Elsas taking down the genie. Scrooge McDuck is getting rid of the Pete here. And then another pass here to Michael. And yeah, I think the Soul SD player is taking this game here a little bit more conservatively here, right? But not questing, rather want to answer the board here of Michael. Let's see, now we see Madame Snake here. Both knocking out the Scrooge McDuck and itself. Giant Cobra could quest if he wants to. There's also a Jago coming down. Pete will be inked to play another Mr. Smee. Giant Cobra goes on a quest, so he's up at 4 lower here, passing it over. So there we see a Tipo being inked. Hades comes down, inks the Jago here, so ramping also Michael a little bit, right? By putting the card here into his inkwell. Then questing with both Elsas and not doing anything here with the T-ball. I think at this point you could just quest here with the T-ball, right? But on the other side, with a crab in hand, it's always another strong character which you could buff. So I also understand keeping it safe and active, right? So here we see a quest with Smee and Cobra. Place the Madam Fox to bounce back to Mr. Smee. Place the Mr. Smee again. Place a Magic Broom and then passing it back to our right player. Here we see another Elsa exerting the Magic Broom. The fresh Elsa is then clearing the Magic Broom. I think everything else is just going on a quest here. No, looks like Hades and T-bot taking out the Giant Cobra. Both Elsas here go on a quest. Bring his lore count up to 5. So Michael on the other side hard casting the friends from the other side. I think he definitely needs the help on the other side from his friends in order to come back here in this game. Questing with Mr. Smee, placing another Madam Fox. Can only rush into the Hades. Inks another crab. Place down the Smee again. Because all Elsas are evasive. So he is rushing here with the newly played Fox into the Hades. Questing with the other one. Going up to 10 lower. So now we have to take a look at this advertisement a little bit before we continue. So I think both players are running low on cards here. I think there's only 2 cards in hand here for our purple player, only 1 card in hand for our Amethyst Seal player. But there is the Finders Keepers. Pretty good card to have here, right? Exerting 5 ink in order to draw 3 cards. So what does he do here? Can also ink for the turn. So inking a popsicle here, interesting. Is then questing with both Elsas. And also playing a Madame Fox here to bounce back a Elsa. And deal with the Fox on the other side. So back over to Michael, which is now at 8 ink. Starts off here by questing with the Churnerbox follower. 12 lore. Plays another Madame Fox to replay the Mr. Smee. That's what he's doing all along the last turns, right? Also playing the crab, so now no cards in hand. And we know that there's a Elsa in hand here for our purple player, so there is the option to exert the Mr. Smee, and then, that's what we see here. Elsa comes into play, exerting the Mr. Smee. Another Bell will be hard casted. The fresh Elsa and the Elsa with 1 damage, both taking the challenge here into the Mr. Smee. The other Elsa goes on a quest and I think he's just passing it back over. And now is the question. Can Michael get out of the situation? 4 ink, probably a Genie. or a Zeus. It is the Zeus here, right? Yeah, getting rid of the Elsa here. Does he quest here with his characters? If he does this, then Bell will probably get rid of it. Okay, looks like, yeah, he's questing, going up to 14 lore and passing it over. So what does our level player has in hand? Another Finders Keepers, which is really strong. Just drawing 3 cards, and I think he's now in full focus. Plays the crab to deal with the crab here, and then Bell takes the challenge with the 1-4. So all cards are banished here from the other side. So now we can quest with the Elsa. Also inks the Sail to play the Royal Guard down, and oh, he forgot to quest here with the Elsa, but I don't think that this will matter at all. He is just in full control here, singing another Friends to draw 2. Sings another Friends here with the crab to draw 2, and now he got a lot of cards in hand to work with. And I think he's just building his board and quest his way to victory in the next turns. Genie comes down, another card draw, and also a 2-quester. Then we see another Royal Guard and another Iago here coming down. And now 1, 2, 3. Questing also with the Royal Guard. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lore on board. So in 2 turns it is game. So now we see Magic Room quests, Diablo hitting the field. Another card drawn here. He plays down the Merlin Goat for another instant lore. So now the question, if he can able to draw another bounce card, Michael could maybe bounce the goat and replay it. But first we see Soul on the other side singing another Friends here, refilling up his hands, his card in hands, right? It's now questing with Genie, Iago, probably also Royal Guards. But first, yeah, moves with the Bell 3 damage over to the goat. Another lore gained for Michael, but I think it was important to take this out, right? To, yeah, just remove any bounce shenanigans. Another Tipo here. Inks the Bell, plays another Royal Guard, only 1 card in hand, and now we see Michael drawing, and I think that's it, yeah. Just a beat. I mean, he could crash his Diablo to draw another card, but yeah. So Soul SD, our level player, wins this top 8 match 2-0 here. And yeah, congratulations. So that will wrap it up, and we go our next match, which will be the top 4, right? So let's see, 1 second. So here we see a metagame breakdown. So 8 Steel songs made it to top 32, 6 Amethyst Emerald versions, 5 purple variants, 4 Ruby Amethyst, 4 Green Steel, and then 1 second. Yeah, and then just 3 Ruby Sapphire, 1 Amethyst Steel that was knocked out in top 8, and another Lemon Lime. So yeah, I think Amethyst is probably one of the decks with the most spots, I guess, right? But now we are going here to our, I think this is top 4 match, right? Not top 8. Where we have a Emerald Amethyst on the left up against another Ruby Sapphire on the right. Looks like it is another DKP variant, right? With the actions I saw there. So yeah, will be pretty interesting to see how this one goes. So looks like he missed the ramp here on 2, right? Back to Ui, which is now shifting the Diablo by discarding the We Don't Talk About Bruno, singing another friends, draw 2 cards. Back over to Vorage here on the right side. Inks the Bell, plays the Brawl onto the Diablo. I think that's what you have to do, right? Getting rid of this Diablo so that your opponent is not getting too much value out of those cards. And now we see another Prince John here hitting the field. Back over to our Ruby Sapphire player. Inks the Brawl, plays the Grimmatala to refill up his hand again. And let's see. Another Ursula hitting the field. There is no song, 2 Grimmatala, Popsicle, Vision, and a Magdark Manor. So, Sudden Chill was played, and I think he discarded the Magdark Manor, if I'm seeing this correctly. And yeah, he's playing another Popsicle. Another Grimmatala here. Is then questing with the Grimmatala here for 1. And now passing it over to our green purple player. Plays the genie down, draws another card. So now we see a Grimmatala here singing a How Far I Go, which is pretty crucial in getting some cards in hand and also ramping in the meantime, right? I think he also played a Sadie SRC, right? It's hard to see with the discard being cut off the screen. And yeah, looks like he's inking another Brawl. Plays another Grimmatala down. This is pretty good to have some board presence and also cherry pick some cards here. The other Grimmatala is going on a quest here. I think there's not much that our left player can do here to deal with those cards. So one moment, let me just quickly check if this here is the top 8 game. Ah no, semi-final. Okay, sorry, it was just updated. Yeah. So this here is indeed the top 8 game. So I think we were here, right? Around, yeah, this here. Okay. So looks like a Sudden Chill here was played down in order to draw a card. Now he's playing a crab, buffing the Ursula. That is now challenging into one of those Grimmatala. Genie is then going on a quest here. And yeah. Now we see a Develop Your Brain and a Big Ciso hitting the field here to clear off all characters from the left player side. Merlin Crab singing a friends from the other side to draw 2 cards. And what can he do here? Now our red-blue player got 8 ink, 2 cards in hand. So if he wants, he can clear the board here. There is a half-shark Maui with a Vision of the Future. So this is probably what he will play next turn in order to gain lore by every action he's playing down. So there we see It Calls Me being inked, another Diablo hitting the field. Pass over to our Ruby Sapphire player. I think he will play down the... Oh, interesting. He plays the Vision of the Future before playing down the Half-Shark Maui. Doesn't want the lore. Maybe also to keep his options open, right? Maybe he's drawing into a Tamator. This will give him a little bit more value. Okay, so he decided for a card. Is now banishing the Popsicle, probably playing a Tamator. Grabs back to Popsicle. Inks the Pirate's Life to play another Popsicle down. And is now banishing one of those Grammatala to get rid of the crab. Questing with the Sisu and the Grammatala going up to 8 lore here. And then back over to our left player. So what can he do? There is 6 ink available, no big threats on board, so he's playing the Pull the Lever, drawing 2 cards here. 3 cards in hand for our right player. There is at least a Half-Shark Maui together with a Popsicle, right? That's what we know. I think the other card is unknown. I think I'm not toy here. This is now playing down another Iago down. So then Diablo taking care of the Grammatala, right? Was there should be some damage onto the Grammatala, right? No, I think, Genie and Diablo taking care of the Grammatala. Diablo goes on a quest. And now we see another Bell here hitting the field for free. Popsicle will be played down to draw another card. And this will also be damaged or discarded to play another Tamator, retrieving 2 Popsicle. The Tamator goes on a quest and plays a free Popsicle here, resulting in another card draw here. Another Popsicle played down for 1, which is another card draw here. So I think now he is pretty healthy with cards in hand and has no issue here. Not questing with the Sisu, not wanting to have an easy target for the Iago there. I mean, that's 3, 5, 6 lore on board. Now 8 lore on board. I mean, he could also quest you with the Sisu, right? You also have the Half-Shark Maui in hand in order to gain some active lore, but let's see. Now we have an Elsa exerting the Sisu. So maybe questing with it would have given him another 3 lore, right? But now it is gone. Another Diablo comes down and looks like he's just passing it over now. Questing with Genie and Diablo for 3 more lore. Going up to 6. And now passing it back, right? So now there are 2 Tomators and a Bell. If there is a big Sisu in hand, he could also wipe off the board here. But there is the Half-Shark Maui. So plays a Vision of the Future, gains 1 lore. Could also ink twice if he wants to. How many cards do you have in hand? I think 3 cards, right? There is another how far I go in his hand. But I think you don't want to sing this 50 Tamatoa. I think you rather want to quest with them. Questing here for 5 more lower, going up to 16. And that's what I meant, right? I think, yeah, just by questing with DC, so the turn earlier, he would be at 19 low already. Maybe if he had another action, he could just play down, but yeah. Sometimes you are too conservatively with your cards and then you get punished, right, by not getting value out of them. But I think it looks really good for our Ruby Sapphire player here. Not too much to worry about. The only big damage dealer here on play is the Yago, and I think he can only do 4 damage here to one of those Tamatoas. And then the Elsa would also have to sacrifice herself, or the Genie, in order to, yeah, deal with one of those Tamatoas. So if there's no crap in hand, don't see a way to increase the damage dealt here. So could be that we going to another, yeah, Diablo attacks into the bell, draws another card. So does the other Diablo. Only getting him, I think, another pull the lever, another Ursula, so I think that's it, right? Elsa singing, we don't talk about Bruno, onto one of those Tamatoas. So now rolling the die. Okay, discarding another half-shark Maui. Then using the wrong lever to bottom deck the pull the lever and also bottom deck the half-shark Maui. Inks the Sudden Chill to play down on Ursula. So can definitely get rid of the Be Prepared and the How Far I Go, probably How Far I Go, I guess, right? Yes. Genie goes on a quest here for 2. And the Yago is then banishing the bell. I mean, yeah, we definitely got a little bit of room here, but I think it's not enough. Now we just see probably another Tamatoa hitting the field. Refilling up the cards here in hand. He's questing for 2, plays a free popsicle here, draws another card. Could play down another popsicle. Could now ink again. Inks the Maui enchant version from set 1 and passing it over. And now we see another pull the lever here to draw 2 cards, another pull the lever, drawing 2 cards, exerting 6 ink already, and yeah, there we see the concession. So our right Ruby Sapphire player takes the game number 1 here in this top 4, and we will jump into the second game here. Okay, I think here we can start. Okay, so there we see a Diablo here on the first turn. Getting to look at the hand here. I think it was a great hand, right? Popsicle. I think I didn't saw, was there a sail in hand? Not quite sure if there was the ramp available. But he's starting here with the Pirate's Life, playing the Popsicle to draw another card. And then we see Ursula here now getting rid of the Be Prepared. Okay, there is the Sail, Vision, Grammatala. Yeah, that's pretty great. So there's at least the Sail for turn 2. Also questing with the Diablo. I think that's what we see now. Inks the Half-Shark Maui, plays the Sail, and also inks another Vision of the Future. we see a Prince John coming down after a wrong lever has been inked. So now we probably see a Kramatala here being played down. Vision of the Future being inked, Kramatala hitting the field. Taking a look at the top two cards. One will be added to the hand, the other one will be put to the bottom. And back over to our green-purple player, which is playing a genie down. Drawing another card. And passing it back. Probably right. Cricky, genie, and another wrong lever, I guess, in hand, right? Or was it to pull the lever? But no, he's not inking, just passing it over to Vorage here, which is playing another Kramatala. So he is finding cards here. And sinks another How Far I Go, which is great. Ramp and also another card added to his hand. Inks another Tipo. So already at 6 ink and also some cards in hand, which is pretty strong against this decks that you can discard cards from your hand. So now we probably see a Yago hitting the field. Genie go on a quest. And yeah, another option would be to play the Cricky in order that the Diablo is challenging into the Kramatala, yeah? Or the Ursula, right? Looks like Ursula is going on a challenge here into the Kramatala, Diablo, and Genie going on a quest. So does the Prince John, advancing to 8 lore here. Putting the pressure here onto our Ruby Sapphire player. I mean, easy solution would be now ink and be prepared, but let's see. Bell goes to the ink. Kramatala KOing the Prince John in a challenge. Hardest then inks the Cricky. And yeah, also the Popsicle used to heal the damage dealt to the Kramatala. And this was a great turn, I would say. Getting rid of 5 questing power here. And there is not much options he has. Yago, Genie, Anna, we don't talk about Bruno. I guess you do play the Genie here, right? But looks like no, he opted to go with the Yago. Quest with Genie, quest with Diablo, going up to 11 lore. Back over to the Ruby Sapphire player, which is already leading 1 game. And now we see Tipo being inked. Ciso comes down. Quest with Kramatala and Hades for 3. Only Yago in play. So another Genie played down to draw a card. We don't talk about Bruno, we don't talk about Bruno. And Elsa right in hand. So now Yago deals with the Kramatala here. And also inking the Elsa here to go to 7 lore. Back over to our right player. Which is now playing down the Kramatala. Is then brawling away the Genie. And also questing here with Hades and Sisu right for 5. Going to 8 lore. Passing it over. So now the Yago could clear the Sisu right, resulting in a double KO. But I think you have to take this. No, interesting. He takes the We Don't Talk About Bruno. Discarding a Bell and giving Vorage the option again to reuse the Sisu. Don't know if I like this too much, right? Maybe the challenge would be the better option, but he also wants to, yeah, have some cards here. So now we see a half-shark Maui. Vision of the future. This means another lore gained here. Bring his lore count up to 9. I think this have been not yet updated. Grabs another card from the top 5. He's now questing probably with the Kramatala and the Hades, in case they're not singing. Yeah, quest with them and then passing it over. So now's the question, if there's no answer to this half-shark Maui. Next turn there's all ink ready, 8 ink, 4 actions to spend. So let's see, here we have another, we don't talk about Bruno, which is the Pirate's Life being discarded. Another multicolored Diablo goes to the Inkwell. And yeah, Diago just goes on a quest here for 1. 13 to 12 lore. And I think it does look really good for our right player. He can quest for 3. Just play down another half-shark Maui. So yeah, it looks like there is the concession here. Okay, so probably, yeah, a victory here for our Ruby Sapphire player. And no, okay, it looks like, okay, I don't understand this because it looks really good for our Ruby Sapphire player. Looks like he conceded. So we are now in a game number 3. Yeah, not quite sure what was the reasoning here. But now we are in a 3rd game. So he's starting off now. Popsicle turn 1, now a Vision of the Future in his 2nd turn. Not quite sure why he did scoop the 2nd game here. I mean, sure they are teammates, but I think he had a pretty good board, right? He had a Hades, Kramatala could quest to 15. Also had another half-shark Maui in hand, so not quite sure what the reasoning was there in order to, yeah, concede this 2nd game. Maybe they wanted just another good match on camera, on stream, right? Could be the reasoning. Yeah, but now we are in game number 3 here of this top 4. And now we have Iago here being inked. Ursula being played down. No song available. Instead, there are pretty good options here in hand. Another Tipo to ramp if he wants to. The next turn. And also Kramatala in order to filter some cards. And building up some board presence. He's also questing with the Diablo here. And now we see the Tipo being played down. Card get added to his lore count. And also I think the Vision of the Future was inked regularly, so he's now at 4 ink. A turn later than usual. So now back to our green purple player. Another Ursula being inked. Diablo will be shifted with the, we don't talk about Bruno being discarded. Ursula goes on a quest. Peter Pan also goes on a quest here. And now we see a Kramatala here being played down after ink for the turn. And now we see another Genie here being played down after Elsa hitting the Inkwell. Peter Pan goes on a quest, so does Diablo, bringing Yui's lore count up to 5. And now we see a brawl on Diablo, limiting the card draw here for our left player. Is there a Hellfire Go in his hand? Another brawl will be in here. And a pass over to Yui. So here we see another Ursula hitting the field. Only a Grimmatala and a Tamator in hand. Another pull the lever, be played to draw 2 cards. Peter Pan and Genie goes on a quest, and Elsa will be added to Engl here. So there are some wrong lever here in his hand in order to bottom deck some Half-Shark Mauis that could come up in the next turns, right? Here we see a Tamator retrieving a Popsicle into his hand. A Half-Shark Maui goes to the Inkwell. That's usually what is hurting this deck, right? But yeah, I think the only Inkwell card in his hand, and now he is using another Popsicle to draw another card. And I think now we see probably the wrong lever being played in order to bottom deck the Tamator. Genie and Ursula could take down the Grimmatala if he wants to. So let's see. Diablo will be played down. Sneak peek at his hand, a Bell and a Grammaticala. Is questing here with Peter Pan and Genie. Going up to 11 lower. And is now bottom decking the Tamator by bottom decking the Pull the Lever. Action that costs 3 ink. Ursula and Ursula go on a quest, bring him up to 13 lower. So I think now we would need a Sisu here in order to clear the field, wiping off the whole board here. The question is, do we find a Sisu or not? There's only a Half-Shark Maui. Grimmatala challenging into the Ursula. And Tipo goes on a quest here, bringing his Lorcana up to 2. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 low on board for Yui. Bringing him up to 18 lower in the next turn. Okay, so now we see another pull the lever here onto the Half-Shark Maui, bottom decking this, questing with everything else, 18 lower. another Grammatala, and then that's the game. So Yui takes the win here in game number 3. And yeah, I don't know why there was a scoop here in game number 2, right? Because it looked really promising for a Ruby Sapphire player. But now Yui won. And we will definitely taking a look into the finals. And here we are. So we got Kyo on the left against Yui. Will be a mirror match pretty much, right? So right now they are in the Mulligan step. Okay, so here we are in the finals of the tournament. Yeah, I think the Ruby Sapphire player should be in the finals, right? Not quite sure if they had, any, discussions going on, but I think the game 2 really looked good for a Ruby Sapphire player here in the top 4. And now we are here in a mirror match in the finals. Ursula here being played down. We don't talk about Bruno, will be discarded. There's a grab, 2 Prince John, and another card here, I think the Diablo. Crab will be inked, Prince John enters the field, and the Ursula could sing Sudden Chill, no, but he doesn't sing it. And back over to Yui here on the right side. So now he's inking the Mother Fox, plays the pull the lever, and now we see another Prince John here being played down. Sudden Ursula sings Sudden Chill, discarding a Diablo, also gaining Kyo another 2 cards. He's then inking the Cricky and plays down Diablo here, passing it over. So now with those 2 Prince John, there's definitely a lot of card draw guaranteed if he's able to discard some cards here out of the opponent. Another Diablo inked. Genie comes out, draw another card. And now we see, I think, a pull the lever in order that Yui is discarding a card in his hand. Discards a We Don't Talk About Bruno. This is another 2 cards drawn here for Kyo. Is inking another Madame Fox. So probably just building his board here. Is then questing with Diablo here for 1. And back over to Yui here on the right side. Starting off here with another pull the lever. And also singing 2 times Sudden Chill, discarding the whole hand here of Kyo. So right now there's no cards in his hand. He is now in complete top deck mode. Looks like a pass. So he's drawing for the turn. There is a crab. So he could play the crab onto Diablo, getting rid of the Ursula to draw another card. If it's a card that discards cards from the opponent hand, right, then he's able to draw another card, but just a quest with the Ursula. Bring his lore count up to 2. And then another pass over. So now back over to Yui here. Engl mal mit dem Fox. Plays the Elsa. And then Genie and Elsa both taking the challenge here onto the crab. So now I think there's another pull the lever drawn. Or is it the wrong lever? No. He's also having a Diablo in his hand. But looks like he's playing the Diablo first. And is passing it over. So everybody that just tuned in, this here is the final of the Ludofest Set 8 tournament. I think a 270 players tournament that happened this weekend in France. And yeah, we're in the finals. The Swiss rounds have been commented yesterday by me in English, so feel free to check it out on my YouTube channel. You can find the link in the description and in my bio. And yeah, I will also make this stream here rewatchable as a VOD on Twitch and also on YouTube after the stream is finished, so you also have the chance to rewatch all other games, top 32, top 16, top 8 and top 4 we just saw. So yeah, now we see a sudden chill here being sang. Another, I think, was it Finders Keepers inked and a Merlin Crab played down. Interesting that he went this route here. So both players are now in top deck mode, just playing what they drew into, right? There's Ursula in his hand. Inks the Ursula is now questing with the Diablo for 1. At the end of the turn he's drawing another card with the Diablo, but now the Elsa probably can deal with the Diablo. Yeah, that's what we see here. Another Cricky here. Be played down, is questing with Merlin Crab and Genie for 3, goes up to 6 lore. And next turn he can quest for 6 more lore. And this is pretty huge. So now we see another Iago played down. 4-6 deadline, which could deal with the Cricky here. Another Diablo play down. There is the sudden chill in Q's hand. And there is no quest here. Okay, interesting. Another Prince John played down. But when there's no cards in hand for your opponent, there's also nothing to discard. And nothing to be drawn off the Prince Johns. So I think Q is safe here to quest with the Iago, I guess, right? He's evasive. Starting with this. Gets a lore here. And now we see Yui just plays another Genie down. Drawing another card. Because Kyu inked his sudden chill, Yui knows that there's no way of discarding it. Only if he's drawing into another card that is able to discard a card, right? So let's see, there's 2, 4, 6, 9 lore on board. Could go down to 15 next turn. Could go down to 13 this turn. So let's see. So if you're just also tuned in, I would really appreciate if you would leave a follow on my Twitch account or a subscription on my YouTube account. Would really appreciate the help. It is for free, right? And yeah, so would really appreciate every support. Also, if you would share it with your friends, right? I try to yeah, from time to time do a commentary on tournaments regarding Lorcana or One Piece. So if you're interested into that, this is what the channel is about, right? So now we saw a Diablo here played down by Kyo, another quest with Diago. And Yui played a Friends here. He's now questing with both genies. And the question is, do you quest? I think just quest here with everything, right? Yeah. Questing with Diablo and Crab. It's not questing with the Creaky here. Interesting. So Diago could definitely deal with the fresh genie here. I think Diablo and Ursula could take down the Diablo. I think that's what we see here. There is 5, 6, 7 low on board, so now Yui can win. And I think Kyo has 2 quests with the Prince Johns here at some point, right? That's what he's doing here. 6 lore gained, goes up to 11. Back over to Yui. Only 1 card in hand. There is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lore on board. Plays the Elsa down, so Elsa could take care of the Ursula, of the Diablo. And I think the Diablos should take care of the Prince Johns, I guess. Quest with Genie. Iago takes care of Iago. Elsa takes care of Diablo. I think the Crab should take care of one of those Prince Johns. And then you quest for 5. Oh, he's playing it risky. Just questing out of everything. There's no goat in, played only Ursula. And yeah, that's the win here for Yui in game number 1 of the final. So this means we will jump into the second round here, second game. Okay, so here we are. And we'll just go a little bit back. So here we see Diablo here played down. Taking a look at the cards in hand. So now we see Ursula here being inked. Diablo played down by discarding the pull the lever and also questing for 1. This means another card draw here for the left player here. So back over to Yui. He's inking and not playing anything down. So now we see a sudden chill inked. Prince John hitting the field. Diablo probably goes on a quest here. So now we see Ursula being inked. Peter Pan takes care of Diablo. Back out to Kyo. He's inking the 1 cost Diablo. Got a Prince John in play. So could now, yeah, play Peter Pan and taking care of the Peter Pan from Yui's side here. There we just see a genie hitting the field. Drawing another card, and so does Kyo. Plays a genie, draws a card, inks a 1-cost Diablo here. Okay, so now we see Jago being inked, Elsa taking care of the Diablo from Kyo's side. There's also the option to exert the genie, but I think it's good to get rid of the Peter Pan because in case there's a Jago played down, he would gain rush and could attack immediately. So always better to get rid of the Peter Pan here. So now we see Diablo sneak peek into Louis' hand, Kyo's hand. I think only Diablo's and pull lever, right? Here we see another Elsa played down, exerting the genie, and then both Elsas taking the challenge here. And the other genie goes on a quest here, bringing the lore count also up to 2 here. Back over to Kyo here. So Jago takes the challenge here into Genie, plays another Jago down and passing it over here to Yui. So now there are 2 Jagos in play. With the 4-6 stat line, they are pretty hard to deal with if you don't have any spells or songs against it, right? So there we see a Bell moving 2 damage, Elsa then clearing it, taking 4 damage again. The other Elsa and Diablo questing here for 2. And then a pass over here to Q again. There we see another Prince John played down. Yui still got 4 cards in hand. Jago just clearing one of those Elsas. And now he got a Jago of his own in play, or in his hand, right? Could play it down and then quest with the rest cards in play, which would be 4 lore. But he's starting off here with the wrong lever, drawing 2 cards. Also seeing a Friends from the other side here. With the Elsa, drawing 2 cards. Another Sudden Chill discarded here in order to shift the Diablo. Inks the Ursula. Probably plays down the Jago, yeah. Then quest with Bell and Diablo, going up to 7 lore here. And back over to Q. So Iago probably takes care of the Diablo here. Another wrong lever here. Bottom decks the pull the lever, and then bottom decks the Iago from Yui there. And now we see Elsa singing a We Don't Talk About Bruno, refreshing all the damage, and also discarding another card here. And there's 2 Prince John in play. This means that there will also be 2 cards drawn here for Yui. Another Ursula play down, but there is no song available. Quest with the bell here for 2 more lower, going up to 9. And back over to Kyo. Plays down his Iago again. And that's it. Back over to Yui. He plays down 2 Diablos, questing with everything here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Goes up to 70 lore. And now is the question, what can Kyo do to stop Yui from questing out here and take the win? I don't think that is. I mean, he has to handle 1 Diablo, Bell, Prince John, both Prince John, and also another, yeah, Ursula or Elsa. I don't see this happening here. Engl, we don't, wrong lever. Diablo and Peter Pan come into play. So Iago takes care of Bell. Then we probably see Diablo taking care of the Elsa. 2 Prince John, yeah, Diablo takes care of Prince John, and then 2 Prince John take care of the other Prince John. But there's still 3 characters, and Yui just questing for 20 lore. So taking the win in this mirror match here. And yeah, that will wrap up this tournament, right? And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Everybody that just tuned in, I will now go offline, but I will make the VOD rewatchable on Twitch and also on YouTube. So if you missed any action, feel free to rewatch it, yeah, in the next minutes, right? I hope you enjoyed it so far. I would really appreciate if you would leave a follow here or support me with a Twitch Prime sub, right? This is completely for free for you. And yeah, just check out your Amazon Prime. There is a hub where you can connect it and then support a streamer for free. And yeah, I would really appreciate this. And otherwise, just yeah, leave a follow here. I would really appreciate this, or a subscription on my YouTube account. And I hope to see you on the next commentary stream here on my channel. And I wish you a great evening. Take care. Bye.